Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. Welcome friends, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. And it is Monday, and I'm Noah, your Monday mentor, just giving you a little dose of inspiration, encouragement, and some strategies for effective living and living on purpose. I've had a ton of stuff that's been happening in my life as the last 33 years of growing my brand, building the businesses, and getting out there and just going bigger, taking bigger risks, bigger dreams, and getting things airborne as opposed to just thinking about dreams. There's a lot of fear that comes with that. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of being outside the box. Even more so, there's what happens is just life can get messy in there as well. We've had rogue waves that have come in our life that are unexpected. Those unexpected circumstances that come in that just blindside you out of nowhere. That's on one of my previous videos. But today I did want to talk about kind of the topic of is your life in the lion's den and how to handle fear. This is one of the many things that I'm writing on with my new book, and I thought that you would like to hear kind of some of these techniques. Fear is what might happen, and worry is an absolute waste of time. Worrying doesn't add another single day of our life. It doesn't change anything, and it's all based on false assumptions. And so the moment that I started realizing that, and it's pretty much everything that happens in our brain, that will make a massive difference on the way that we approach things. What do I have control over and what I don't? And what I do have control over is my thinking. I get to pick how I want to think, and the thoughts that come in, I get to choose whether I'm going to get intoxicated by them or if I'm going to discard them and reverse the process and replace them with truth. So I'm just going to read a couple notes that I took for today. Are you mentally putting yourself in a position to feel fearful each day? Are you putting yourself in moments of that where you know that you're vulnerable, you're putting yourself around people, places, and things, institutions, situations, that watching certain things, listening to certain things, that put you in that mode and trigger fearful thoughts, that trigger uncertainty, that make you feel out of control? And some people actually do this as a way of numbing themselves. I know it's pretty crazy, but human beings are pretty funny people. You are what you eat, who you hang out with, and what messages you concentrate on. That's exactly with your mind. If your mind is feeding on things that are based in fear and uncertainty, and if you're hanging around people that's all they talk about, that's pretty much what the tone and the climate's going to be of your thinking. And you get to pick, you wake up, you look at the weather on your phone, you don't get to pick what it's going to be. But the great thing about your mind is you get to choose the way you think. And even if a thought comes in that you don't agree with, or even if processes or influences or messages or text messages or haters or whatever is going on in your life, you get to pick how to respond. You don't have to play the victim. We don't have to sit there and say, you know what, this is happening to me, something's wrong, I've done something wrong. No. You get to pick how you'd like it to be. Stop, sit for a minute, take some action on it, take it into consideration. You're in the driver's seat. You get to pick how you'd like to be. Okay? Nobody can screw up your day but you. It's that simple. Nobody can screw up your day but you. Let's go in a little bit further. I found out where I put my thoughts is where my life heads. My book is about hunting fears, and if I run around with life in my head, it overwhelms me. If I feed and listen to encouragement, I stay the course and run the right race. I run with the right people. I'm following the right task. It's like if I'm going to be on this mission and I'm going to stay focused on launching my dreams, going after what I truly want to do based on my true, authentic self, there are going to be people that fall by the wayside. There are going to be people that don't agree with you. That might even be your family. There might be people that fully disagree with everything that you're doing and how you're doing it. But you have to live how you feel called to live. And if you don't, you're doing a disservice to yourself and God and your fellow man. And I've talked about that for a very, very long time. But we can let those thoughts and just the ideas of what might happen completely paralyze us to a point of inaction. Think about that for a minute. We take even just the thought, the idea of imagining what might happen, and that paralyzes us to the point where we don't have any action at all. I don't want to live in a static mode. I want to live moving forward, even if it means failing. And failure is far better than regret. So let me close it with this verse, and one of the reasons why is I love this verse from John 16:33, which says, "These things I have spoken to you, so that in me you may have peace. In the world you're going to have tribulation, but take courage. I have overcome the world. And as a believer, the creator of this amazing universe and world power lives inside of me, and that power is available to me as much as I want. An untapped resource power to choose and to have victory over those thoughts, have victory over those negative things that you could call it old records that are playing in your mind. Hey, take the record off the record player, throw it in the trash, put a new record on, new scripting, something that you would like to listen to, and move in authority. And lastly, I love this one. John 4:14, but whoever drinks of the water that I will give him shall never thirst. But the water that I will give him will become in him a well of water springing up to eternal life. That's hope. That's a hope that never runs out. That is something that I can absolutely concentrate on. I don't want to focus on who I've been and where I've been and what I've done. I want to focus on who I'm becoming and where I am headed. And that's a lot more exciting. So if this helps you out today, would you do me a favor? Give me some support and just leave a comment down below. But more importantly, if there's somebody that you know that could use this encouragement, share this video. Okay? Have a great week.